in Libya, in Algeria, in Nigeria, as well as Iraq. So supply in these countries is the production capacity. We don't forecast production, but production capacity. We see growth there as slowed compared to what we would have expected before the Arab Spring. In Africa, we see zero growth in the next 5 years on balance because we see major problems in Libya, major problems in Nigeria, very great reluctance of oil companies to invest in those countries, given security issues, political issues, so significant problems, significant slowdowns. Iraq has huge potential, is taking steps to unlock its potential, but is facing tremendous hurdles. Those hurdles, again, are political, security-related, red tape-related, corruption-related. So there's currently, this year, Iraq is far behind schedule in developing production. It's actually falling back. Whether it will deliver the growth that we expect in the next 5 years is not entirely certain, but the potential is there. And if the potential is tapped, Iraq would be a game changer. Let me skip this. In biofuels, we had a fairly robust forecast of about almost 500,000 barrels of growth. This could be scaled down, again, for political reasons. In the US, it looks like the government is responding to the reality of the blending wall, the limited capacity of the market to absorb more biofuel production, and slowing down, scaling down the production targets and the market targets. The same might happen in Europe. There's been some issues. Europe is kind of revisiting its biofuel targets, looking to cut back its goal of having 10% biofuel in the transport sector to maybe more like 5%. And there's also been some anti-dumping investigations against Argentina, for instance, for dumping, allegedly, potentially dumping biodiesel in Europe. So that could slow down things there as well. But one thing that we have focused a lot of work is the refining sector. And there we see growth of about almost 9 million barrels per day in just 5 years. So this is significantly more than the growth in crude production capacity or liquids production capacity, and even more than the growth in demand, which is much slower. So this is really a major transformation, and most of that growth here is forecast to come from China. China has been in the middle of a major expansion boom in the refining sector, and there's a lot more coming down the pipe. There might be some slowdown. Here we have a concern